1 month back and I'm already back on my bullshit. Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aylin and today we're going to be going through my February TBR. I have a hefty TBR this month. Not sure why because I only read 4 books last month. But let's get into it. My goal is to have this video filmed by like 3:05. We'll see if we can make that happen. Last month I only read 4 books, but I'm definitely more in the habit of reading now than I was. Don't think that that entitles me to this large of a TBR, but I'm still sitting here about to do it, so I don't know. As y'all know, if you're in the book community, House of Flame and Shadow was released on January 30th. I have not read the first book, so I will be doing that this month. I've definitely started this a couple of times. The furthest I've ever gotten was page like 136, and I don't know why I put it down. It's never because I'm not enjoying it, so I don't know what the root cause is, but I am determined to read it to completion this time. I'm currently on page 59 in case you're wondering, and I've also decided to annotate it. I'm going to be doing a separate spoiler-filled vlog for this book, so hopefully that will come out later this month. Either way, I'm reading House of Earth and Blood this month. It's happening, it has to happen, I have no choice, and then hopefully I can finish off the series by the end of the year. We'll see how that goes. This is task number 1. She's a large task, but she's task number 1. The next one is an audiobook that I need to finish. I only have like 30 minutes left. I was trying to finish it before January 31st was over, but I fell asleep, so I couldn't. And that is Same Time Next Year by Tessa Bailey. This is one that my best friend told me to pick up, so I'm going to be finishing that hopefully today. That'll technically be like my first book of February. This is a novella about this girl who works at a bar and she really wants to be an owner of the bar, and then this guy who is a hockey player with her half-brother, and they have to have an arranged marriage because he is originally a Canadian citizen, and in order to continue to play hockey in the United States he needs his green card. So she doesn't want to actually get involved with him, not because she doesn't like him, in fact it's quite the opposite, but she has like some trauma surrounding allowing herself to like be in a relationship and love people. This book is not that long, it's like 140 pages, so I don't want to get into that, but she has some very valid like reasoning for not wanting to be in a relationship, not necessarily with him but with anyone. So this is just like a quick novella, starts on January 1st, ends on the following January 1st. As their relationship is budding, they're fighting their attraction for one another, eventually giving in. It's a romance, I'm sure you know how it goes, but very excited to hopefully finish this one later today. Then more books that I need to finish up that were on my January TBR that I just didn't end up getting to. We have Daisy Hates by Magnolia Parks. No, by Jessa Hastings. The 5th book is coming out in February 13th, so it's a nice little Valentine's Day treat, but I need to finish obviously book 2 before I can get into that. I'm on page 295. I need to finish this before the 5th book comes out. Obviously I'm not going to be able to finish all of them before the 5th book comes out so I can read it with everyone else, but I will be finishing this one and hopefully diving into Magnolia Parks The Long Way Home by the time that the 5th one comes out, because I'm so excited for that one. I need to order it still. Finishing Daisy Hates because I have to. In case you didn't know, this is chronicling a toxic relationship. It takes place in London. They're kind of in the mafia. There's kind of a love triangle, kind of not. I enjoy this one. It's just not as good to me as Magnolia Parks is, which is why it's taken me so long to read it, but I am determined to finish it because I don't have that much left, literally at all. I just need to focus. Another one that maybe I should do like a 24-hour readathon this month, honestly, because this is embarrassing. This Winter by Alice Oseman. This is 80 pages, 90 pages or something like that, but there are pictures inside. The font is really big. It's kind of formatted like a middle grade, but this is a Heartstopper novel. Within the graphic novels, this one is just like a little short story about Nick and Charlie, and I love their relationship so much, so I'm very excited to read this one. I still need to order Heartstopper Volume 5, so that is ridiculous, but either way. Then I have been in my thriller era, so I picked up Ace of Spades. I picked it up off of my shelf by, I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm just not going to attempt it. If someone knows how to pronounce this author's last name, please let me know because I feel horrible. But this is a dark academia like suspense thriller that takes place in a private school based off of these 2 kids who are rivals like for valedictorian. I believe someone is like threatening their life, but I don't fully know. Everyone gave this 5 stars when it came out. I just haven't read it yet because it's kind of long and I'm intimidated by it, but I've heard literally nothing but good things about it, so I need to read this one. Then I also have When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. This one is another thriller. I don't know a ton about it. I think it's kind of like a domestic thriller. And again, only heard good things about this. I don't think I've heard a single bad thing about this book, so I'm really excited to read this one. I've had it on my shelf for a while. I think this month is the month because, like I said, I'm devouring thrillers right now. This next one might be a little bit confusing. It's confusing to me too, to be honest, and that is Harmony by Whitney Hansen. Hear me out. I know I said in a recent vlog that I was kind of burnt out on poetry, and I am. However, my best friend told me that this one is about grief. I recently lost someone, so I have been working through that to the best of my ability, but it's still probably not great because grief is really hard. And so she told me that I really needed to read this one. She said that Whitney Hansen's poetry is really amazing. I have Home by her as well, which I wanted to read, but I wanted to put off until I was like in the mood for it. So I picked this one up and then I read the first poem and I was like, okay, maybe I can be in a poetry mood really quick. I'll just read you the poem on the back really quick in case you're interested. I am finally finding a balance, a great harmony between the loss and the love, between who I was and who I have become. Stunning. These are so beautiful. I might read these while I'm getting tattooed later. But I'm really excited for this one. Then, because Valentine's Day is this month, I have a couple romances on here that I'm already in the middle of and I just want to finish them. So we have Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. This one is the second book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, which I started literally like last year around this time and just never finished. I'm currently 186 pages in and I was annotating it pretty well, so I think if I just flip through and like refresh myself on my annotations, it won't take me that long and I can start back where I was. But this is following Declan and Iris. In this series, basically their grandfather passes away. He is like the owner of this world's Disney, which is called Dreamland. He has no interest in passing it along to his son because his son is kind of a jerk. However, his 3 grandsons are very invested in this company and would love to be a part of it, and so in order for them to get their piece of it that he's left to them, they have to complete something. And Declan's little task is to marry someone and hold it down. Basically, each of these tasks are designed to challenge the boys about their weaknesses that their grandfather knew that they had. He gives them each a letter. And Declan has always been very independent, not interested in settling down. His grandfather knew that like secretly it was something that he really wanted. He just wasn't very good at letting people in. And so his task is to find a wife and have a child, I believe, in order for him to fulfill his end of the bargain and get like his piece of the company. Iris is his assistant and she is tasked with trying to find him a bride. However, he is so insufferable and grumpy that she just can't. And so she volunteers herself because that is an easier option than finding and outsourcing another bride, because literally all of them have left. It's very intriguing, like it's kind of hate to love, even though he doesn't genuinely hate her. He just doesn't want to be in a relationship. It's kind of a workplace romance because she is his assistant. I guess marriage of convenience would be a more accurate trope for this one. The banter in here is 12 out of 10. Lauren Asher does such an amazing job with banter. That's one of my favorite things in her books. So I know once I pick this one up, it won't take me long to get through. I just need to pick it back up. Then we have Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I am 58 pages into this and again just need to pick it back up. I personally really enjoy Ali Hazelwood's writing. This one is about B. Kingsfoster and Levi. That was close. Levi Ward, who they are co-leads on this project, and she thinks that he hates her. And so it's like enemies to lovers type of thing. In reality, he does not hate her and he's secretly swooning, crushing on her. He falls first type of thing, and they have to work together. They also have like alternate egos on Twitter. So they're not like lying to each other, but they talk to each other on Twitter with their secret alter egos. And so she's kind of falling for him as well as Levi. He's kind of falling for that like Twitter persona as well as her. Very cute. I'm very excited because like I said, I love Ali Hazelwood's books. She also has like really good dialogue, and that is like what gets me through a romance. Last physical book that I have to read, Serpents and the Wings of Night, which was also on my TBR last month. I just didn't end up getting to it. This was my mom's pick for me to read. This is like a vampire romance, if I remember correctly, similar to ACOTAR, wherein there are challenges and stuff. I've heard really good things about this series and about this book, so I'm excited. This is by Carissa Broadbent. Don't know tons about it, but when I read it, I will obviously include it in a wrap-up or a vlog if I decide to vlog, and you guys will get more of my thoughts there as well as a better synopsis. We have a couple more audiobooks and then we're done. How are we doing for time? It's 3:04. I'm not doing too bad. I recently downloaded Libby because I'm trying to be better about like my money, and I'm also trying to be better about my TBR and not spending a ton of money on books when I have so many others to read. So right now I'm listening to Same Time Next Year, which I already mentioned, and I'll be finishing that up today because I have 44 minutes left to listen to. I also really want to listen to Mislaid in Parts Half Known by Shauna McGuire. I was just waiting to get a physical copy of this, so I will be ordering that within the next week or so that I can like annotate as I go along, because this is the 9th book in the Wayward Children series. It is one of my favorite series, if not my favorite series of all time, and so to have the 9th book is very, very exciting. Then I also have Tastes Like Shakar by Nisha Sharma. This is the 2nd book to Dating Dr. Dill. I don't know if I'll get to this one. It is an option though if I need an audiobook to listen to. I have a few others as well, but the main one that I really want to get to is on my Book of the Month app. I ordered an audiobook, Only If You're Lucky by Stacey Willingham, because spoiler alert, for my January wrap-up, I read one of her books and really, really liked it, so I want to read more. I will be listening to Only If You're Lucky this month. It's, I think, domestic thriller. I don't have one, but it's a thriller, so I don't really like going in knowing too much. Her other thriller was amazing, and so I want to read more, especially because thrillers are really holding my attention right now and getting me like back in the reading mood after I've been out of it for so long. As for ebooks, I'm not sure yet. You'll just have to stay tuned. Nothing is really calling my name at the moment, but that doesn't mean I won't read anything. So thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below what you're going to be reading for February, or if you've read any of these books and how you like them or how you think I'm going to like them. I love talking to you guys, genuinely. It means so much to me when you comment down below, even if all you're saying is hi. Like I said, hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you're doing well reading, mentally and otherwise, and I really hope to see y'all in my next video very, very soon. Bye guys. 307. I did really well. I did super well.